This sequence is meant to provide a sense of balance and is excellent to practice either very early in the morning when you first wake up or right before you go to sleep. This is also excellent for people who have any kind of sleeping issues, particularly insomnia or any kind of restless sleep. We're going to begin by coming to child's pose. So bring the big toes together and spread the knees apart. If you have any sensitivity in the knees, please feel free to get a blanket and just position it underneath the knees to give you a little bit more padding. From here, you're going to separate the knees and bring the big toes together. Walk the hands out in front of you so that the elbows all the way through the fingertips come to the mat, and then very gently lower the head down. If the head doesn't come all the way to the mat, you can also use a block or another blanket in front of you, and you can just rest the forehead here. So from child's pose, on your next inhale, you're going to draw the body up to come up onto hands and knees, and then the knees come back in line with the feet. From here, tuck the toes underneath you and gently draw the hips up towards the sky and sink the ankles down towards the ground. From here, pull forward into plank pose or push-up pose. Absolutely feel free to drop the knees here if you'd like and untuck the toes. Keeping the elbows tucked alongside the body, very gently lower the torso down towards the ground and slide forward. From here, lift up to baby cobra so that the face, the chest come up off the ground and the elbows are tucked alongside the body, then lowered back down to the ground. From here, come back to bent knees. On the inhale, very gently drop the belly towards the ground as the chin comes up towards the sky. And then imagine there's a little string in the middle of the back that very slightly pulls the back up towards the sky. And then come back to neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes, lift the hips back up towards the sky, sink the heels down towards the ground, coming back into downward facing dog. And then from here, come back to hands and knees, bring the big toes together, separate the knees, and settle back down in child's pose. We're going to try that one more time. So coming forward onto hands and knees. On the inhale, allow the belly to drop. And then tuck the chin into the chest. The back arches up towards the sky, coming into cat. And then return back to neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes. Lift the hips up towards the sky and sink the heels down towards the ground. Pull forward into plank pose or push-up pose. Again, you feel free to drop the knees if you'd like. And keeping the elbows tucked alongside the body, very gently lower the upper body down towards the ground and slide forward. From here, keeping the elbows tucked alongside the body, lift up to baby cobra. And then bring the forehead back down towards the ground. Coming through bent knees, tuck the toes, bring the hips up towards the sky as the heels sink down towards the ground. And then gently lower the knees back down, so we're back on hands and knees. Bring the big toes together, knees apart, and sink back down into child's pose. This sequence can happen a number of times as long as you need to feel balanced and refreshed. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.